Okay, it's your girl, Brandi Desiree, back with another unpopular opinion and a question for y'all. Let's get straight into it. So, in grade school, yes, we're taking it back to grade school because I feel like I have to. So, in grade school, most of us, 99.9% of us, are taught this lesson, right? Female, male, no matter upbringing or race, we're all taught this lesson in grade school. Treat others how you want to be treated, right? However, from my experience in my adult life, the older we get, those lessons at the beginning of our life that were meant for our adult life aren't being utilized. Being grown is more than being able to pay bills and keep down a job or even have kids for that matter. Being grown is your emotional maturity, right? And your morals and values, X, Y, and Z. Maybe y'all have a little insight or maybe y'all have some educated guesses, but I don't understand how we are grown, as everybody calls it, right? But don't have any, we don't take time or step back to sit there and realize some of the things we do make zero sense as an adult. Like, let's really think about that very simple lesson that's not being utilized. And I don't understand why. Because realistically, treating others how you want to be treated should be common sense, right? On top of the fact that we were taught it, it should be common sense. Like, let's say for people that cheat, right? So when you cheat on somebody, I'm sure you're not thinking, oh yeah, I want to be cheated on, so let me go cheat on somebody, right? When somebody robs somebody or steals from them, I'm sure they're not thinking, ooh, I want somebody to steal from me today, so let me go steal from somebody I care about. I'm sure when somebody, a woman beater, when a woman beater hits a woman, he's not like, ooh, yeah, I hope somebody decides to whoop my ass for no reason today, right? Just to give a few clear examples. There's plenty more. And let me give some more lighthearted examples, too, just, to make sure I cover everybody. Because some people, when you give extreme examples, they feel like, oh, cool, I don't do nothing like that, so I'm good. No, this goes for everybody. It applies to everybody. So some other examples. When you decide to ignore that person's phone call, do you wake up thinking, damn, I hope the person that I call today ignores me? When you decide to flirt behind your partner's back, do you be thinking, I hope my partner flirts behind my back with people and doesn't tell me? When you decide, let's keep it going, so on and so forth. When you decide to steal somebody's parking space, do you be thinking, I hope somebody steals the last park for me that I was sitting there waiting for? I'm sure you don't, right? I'm sure you don't. So why are so many people so fucking selfish? Sorry, I had to cuss. Why are so many people so selfish? Why is it so hard to utilize a lesson that we're all taught as kids? And if you just took one moment to think, you probably would do differently. I don't understand it. Like, I want to wrap my mind around it, but I cannot. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I've never done anything. However, I try to be conscious of the things that I do. I try to hold myself accountable. I try to think of others. Not just because it's who I am, but again, we're taught these lessons. So yeah. And it's low-key kind of scary that so many people live their life this way. There are so many people that actively do things to others, even people that they claim to love and have done so much for them, right? They do things to others on a regular basis that they wouldn't want done to themselves. Don't think about it. Their conscience doesn't bother them. They just go about life doing a whole bunch of shit to people they claim to love that they wouldn't want done to them. So I don't understand it. And we don't talk about things like this. So I'm bringing it to the table. But you guys get the gist. You get the point. And with that being said, it's like, how is it all of us are so grown, but we consciously do fucked up, selfish ass things, especially people we care about, and we don't even take one moment to be like, how would I feel if this is done to me? Or one moment to be like, you know what? I was taught, you treat others how you want to be treated, and I wouldn't want nobody to do that to me, so let me not do that to anybody else. Because I bet if more people just stopped and be like, how would I feel if this was done to me? Or I wouldn't want this done to me, so I'm not going to do it to anybody else. We'd be living in a way different world, a way better one, a way more balanced one. And I don't understand it because, like I said at the beginning of this video, we are all taught that lesson. So in between grade school learning the lesson and then coming into adulthood, where do people lose that lesson at? Because it's a common sense lesson at that. And we're all taught it. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm out.